What is up, everyone? This is the Chicago Sports Talk. Michael here today with another. We are going to do a little special. This is a special occasion, so that's why, I had to do this live in front of the audience. We're going to do a watch along of, yes, sir, Adam Rank, who is a well known Bears. He's kind of biased. Adam Rank is good, people. Don't get it twisted. But sometimes he has delusional takes. And the 49ers fans that follow me, you know exactly who Adam Rank is. He has this sick podcast that he invites all reporters and analysts on to talk about discussion. So he had, you guessed it, Jason La Canfora. Yes, the reporter that allegedly believes that the Bears are going to trade Justin Fields. And if you look, he has a very doubled chin. See, this guy is a definition of a virgin. Let's do a little bit of a watch along, and we're going to debunk everything he says. And I put it on the time where they talked about his outrageous rumor that the Bears are going to trade Justin Fields. So, what is up, everyone? Please leave a like and get your popcorn ready because we're going to dive into this segment.
Is that you've heard from people within NFL circles that there's a possibility, or it feels like Ryan Poles wants to move on from Justin Fields. What is the word on that?
I mean, I coming out of Senior Bowl talked to multiple general managers who were like, I think all things being equal, Justin Fields is going to be a part of a pre-draft trade that the Bears make to maneuver that board. That's something that in the right package, he could be elsewhere. And these guys, their hunches, their feeling is, their gut instinct is, it's more likely than not that he ends up being moved and that they get their guy and they get.
Okay. He has no sources. He doesn't name the two individuals that he talked to.
Their haul in return, and it's sort of like a blank slate.
All right, I'm just going to say this. Why would we get a haul out of Justin Fields? Just saying. If Justin's so horrible, why would we get a first-round pick out of him? Continue. This shit is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Now we'll see. It's had multiple dudes just sort of talking about a whole bunch of stuff, and they're like, "Hey, man, just keep your eye on this." But I think the Bears are going to end up at the end of the day. I think the Bears are going to end up moving Justin Fields.
Is this the kind of a situation?
Somebody else says a similar thing. I'm like, and these are two guys who don't they're not you know what I mean? They're not usually when they don't they're not you know what I mean? I'm like, and these are two guys who don't they're not similar thing. I'm like, and these are two guys who don't they're not you know what I mean? They're not usually when they sort of volunteer something like that, it tends to be their instincts are pretty damn good. I'll put it to you that way.
Yeah, I understand that. Is it a situation though that perhaps, is Ryan Poles putting that information out there to help drive up the price for that number one overall selection?
Clip that shit.
I mean, conceivably now that neither of these GMs would be in the market for just, you know what I mean? They're good at quarterback. So
hold up just for 1 second. You just said earlier that we would be moving on from Justin, yet you just said right now that no GM would be interested in Justin Fields. Oh my God, bro. You are mega capping. Can we get some caps in the chat, please? There is 3 to 2 people watching. Can we get those caps emojis in the chat, please?
They have no dog in this fight. You know what I mean? And they're not even in a position to be trying to draft one of these other quarterbacks. So maybe we're trying to get this guy pushed there so there's more guys for us. They're not you know, I mean, maybe they would draft a developmental kid in the 5th or 7th rounders. You know what I mean? Like something like that.
Which could happen.
But there was no ulterior motive. You know what I mean? It wasn't like they called me. Like it was in the context of conversations about a whole bunch of stuff, and both sort of like volunteered it. Like, what are you hearing on Justin Fields? I'm like, well, I don't know. I just talked to so and so the other day, and he thinks he's being dealt. He's like, yeah, so do I.
What the fuck? Oh my god, bro.
So we'll see. You know, I mean, I don't think people should be like shocked if it were to happen.
Yeah.
If the Chicago Bears move on from Justin Fields, you see that window right there? You see that window right there? I'm not if that happens, I am going to jump out the window.
You know, like they didn't draft him. You know what I mean? He did get.
Neither did they draft Cole Kmet or Darnell Mooney, yet they're talking about getting contracted. It's contract extensions, bro. Oh, thank you, KO. Thank you for pointing that out. Triple chin. Oh, we didn't draft Justin Fields. Neither did we draft Cole Kmet nor Darnell Mooney, yet we're talking about contract extensions with them. Like the whole they didn't draft Fields is basically a false story.
And I'm a Fields guy. Like
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Cap. That is mega cap.
I want nothing but the best for him. I hope he gets put in a situation where they incubate him like what Howie Roseman's done in Philadelphia, whether that ends up in Chicago or elsewhere. So it's not like I have no sentiment in it one way or the other. It's just smart people in this league who I know are very plugged in and talk to a lot of people. Like they're getting the sense that like that's going to be something that they think happens before the draft as part of some, you know what I mean? As part of some package for the Bears to move around the draft board.
Okay, let me educate you on something, Jason, if you're watching this. When you report on something, all right, regardless of what it is, you are telling me that the Bears are going to trade Justin Fields. Those are your words, are they not? There is no, I believe this will happen. There is no guessing. Like, when you report that, you are to assume that you are saying stuff which is correct, not talking out of your ass.
Or accumulate a lot of assets and go get their guy in this draft.
Yeah, I understand the theory of it. Makes sense when somebody spells it out. But coming into the draft with Justin Fields, that was the guy that I wanted. I think that, obviously Trevor Lawrence was a slam dunk to go to Jacksonville, but evaluating all those quarterbacks going into the draft, Justin Fields was the guy that I kept talking about repeatedly. That's the guy that I wanted. People thought I was deluded into thinking that Justin Fields even had a chance to get to Chicago. I just feel, and this is a personal thing for me and maybe not completely objective. We've waited so long for a franchise quarterback. In my lifetime, it's been Jim McMahon, Jay Cutler, and Walter Payton on the halfback option. And Chad Reuter, by the way, Chad Reuter says hello. And we were just talking about this a moment ago. But it's been disappointing. And
hold on, I just want to make a point. That's why I don't want a new quarterback. I don't want Bryce Young. I don't want CJ Stroud. I don't want any others. These quarterbacks. We have had so much quarterbacks. It's time for Justin Fields to break that carousel of quarterbacks that we have.
And I'm not sold on any one of these quarterbacks in the draft right now being so automatic. Stroud. There's not a Trevor Lawrence out there to be like, well, we have to do this. Even when the Cardinals moved
is the guy.
Josh Rosen, like Kyler Murray projected to be a better quarterback than Josh Rosen. That made a lot of sense. This one doesn't make a lot of sense with me with the Chicago Bears. I hope, I'm not doubting anybody having these feelings or thinking this way. I just hope that that's something that doesn't play out because I am a Justin Fields guy. I still believe that foolishly, perhaps, that this team is going to go about it the right way because we do have a blueprint out there of what to do with our franchise quarterback. Let me ask you, though. You brought up the Baltimore Ravens, though. You're plugged in Baltimore. What's going on with Lamar Jackson?
Nothing.
All right. So there you have it, folks. So, all right. To gather my thoughts completely, I've said this from day one. Jason is not a reliable reporter. He has always been 95% of his reports of are bullshit. All right, I think we can all can agree that most of the stuff that Jason has been reporting has been completely false for the most part. I could give you countless reports that he reported that weren't true. In my gather thoughts, it is like Adam Schefter just tweeted, not reported earlier this morning that the Bears are in multiple trade talks to trade down the first overall pick. So, newsflash, folks, if it's not Schefter, if it's not Ian Rappaport, then don't bother me with this shit, bro. Like, look at him. This is like look at that face, bro. That should tell you of a no life virgin he is. 3 triple trent. Like, this is how I know he don't get ass in real life. Because of the simple fact that, like, this is just shit that like, there's nothing to talk about, so we're just talking about, oh, could the Bears get Bryce Young? And I'm not a Bryce Young guy. I think all Alabama quarterbacks have been game managers for the most part. I think Justin is a way better prospect than Bryce Young. We can have that debate another time, but I think Justin's way better prospect than Bryce Young. Like, Bryce Young is not an Andrew Luck. Bryce Young is not a Trevor Lawrence. He's not that important. Like, why do we need to draft a quarterback and go through another developmental progress? It is time for Justin Fields to finally break the quarterback curse. I'm tired. Like, honestly, Chicago Bears fans, we're tired of people want to say, "Oh, why do you care so much about this story?" Because of the fact that I'm tired of seeing constant quarterbacks being failed to go on the Bears. It is time that Chicago has a quarterback that they can rely on. I rooted for Rex Grossman to succeed. That didn't work out. I rooted for Kyle Orton to succeed. That didn't work out. I rooted for Cutler to succeed. That didn't work out. I rooted for Mike Glennon to succeed, and I can't believe I'm even saying those words, but I was hoping that he would prove me wrong. But I wanted Trubisky to succeed. That didn't work out. And guess what? I'm tired of it. I want Justin to finally break that shit. I want Justin to be that franchise quarterback that brings Chicago the Super. Like, the last time we won the Super Bowl, folks, was 1985. It's the year of 2023. It has been a long decade, a very long decade since the Bears won their Super Bowl. All right, I would love to see the Bears win their Super Bowl before I die. I would love to see the Bears win a Super Bowl before I die. I'm tired of it. We haven't been to a Super Bowl since 2006, where we got embarrassed by Peyton Manning on national television. And if you were a Bears fan, you should want Justin to succeed. You should want Justin to break that curse. You should never, ever root for anyone less. Because I'm telling you something, if we trade Justin Fields and he ends up balling out somewhere else, I am going to lose my fucking shit if it happens. Like, these reporters should not even be addressed. But it had attention that it had to be done. And folks, to finally break the fucking news to debunk, this is a report from Adam Schefter. Sources Bears leaning towards moving the number 1 overall pick. And Adam Schefter, I trust Schefter 10 times better than Jason. See? That report from Schefter debunked. I mean, it's already been debunked millions of times. So I hope y'all enjoyed that wonderful session between me debunking that entire segment. If there is many other if there's things I missed, please let me know in the comment section down below of the podcast. As always, I thank everybody for watching this video, this segment. Please leave a like and hit the subscribe button if you are new. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch the stream. As always, bear down for life.